why does nobody talk about these things if it comes to Korean visa, especially the working holiday program visa? Welcome, my loves, to a new video about the South Korean visa in 2023. Since we all know it's really hard to get the perfect Korean visa. If you want to travel for a short time, if there's something like you have a job already, that's perfect for you. But if you're actually someone who is quite unexperienced, working in Korea, it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be really tough to find a visa that fits you for long term. The working holiday visa. In Germany, we call it the working holiday program. It's H1, H1. So if you apply for it, you usually go to the consulate and apply for it, and it's really easy. You have to show you have an insurance, you have to show that you have enough money on your bank account, that you have a flight to Korea, and that you have a flight back from Korea to your home country. If you don't have that, you have to show them you have more money. You have to show them a little travel plan on what you plan to do in South Korea, as well as some little extras. But it's quite easy. Like, you fill out the application, it's a one-time visa, you get it once and then for only till up to 12 months. So you're in Korea, what do you do now? The most asked question I get is actually, what do I do to get a cool apartment? What do I have to do? It's not that easy to find a good house in Korea, especially the rent prices are high. They are really, really high. You all know it. With the working holiday visa, you most likely only stay there for 1 year, right? Renting a real apartment is gonna be too tough because the deposit can be from 5 to 10 million won for a good till shitty place. So you want to avoid that. My really, really good advice, my secret advice is go to Facebook groups, y'all. Go to Facebook groups. You know why? Because in Facebook groups, I didn't believe that either at first, but you can apply for them. They're most called like housing in Seoul or foreign students in Korea and stuff like this. They post really good rooms or even apartments where you have a really low deposit to no deposit, and furthermore, really important, you have a contract that is not too long, that is like 3 months or for 1 year only. Because if you want to rent a place in Korea, because you have to put so much deposit, they most likely for good places want you to at least stay for more than 1 year. And since your visa is not that good and there's might be an accident that you have to leave earlier, yeah, it's the best option to go with the Facebook groups. Trust me in this. Another really big question, what is super important? What do I have to do when I arrive with a working holiday visa in Korea? What do I have to apply for? So there's this thing. As soon as you arrive in Korea, you have to apply for the foreigner card, for the alien registration card. And that's on the website. It's called hikorea.go.kr. And on this website, actually, as you can see, you just have to first apply for an appointment and then bring all your stuff there that is needed for the foreigner card. And then it takes up till, I think, 1 month till you get that card with your address that you have. So you need a place to stay before you get that card. But there's a penalty that if you don't get that foreigner card really fast, within I think the first couple of weeks, they kick you out. If there's a control, the police controls you, and you don't have that card, or you cannot prove like, oh, I applied for it, then you're like, boop, you're gone, right? It's really important for them to know because they have way more informations about you. So this part is really, really huge. It's big. Take care of it. Do it. Don't forget it. Do it. There's another thing you really have to take care of. Please notice that you have to change your address every time you move to a different place. You always have to update them. It has to be on the card printed. If you don't go to them and tell them where is your actual address, you're gonna get in trouble. There's like a penalty and they can kick you out again. It's really important for them. And I heard of bad cases where it actually happened, that they also sent really important documents to the first address they put on that card. It was, for example, their Airbnb, and they never received the letter. That is really important, so take care of it. Another thing is, before you think about where you move, make yourself aware of that if you first choose an Airbnb or a hotel, it's most likely not good for the long term. The reason why I don't recommend going to an Airbnb is simply that most Airbnb holders, they don't want you to ask them too many questions, or don't want to give you that file that you need in order to get the alien registration card. You need to prove that you actually live at the address, and you have to have a contract or that paper filled out from the Airbnb owner. There are cases where Airbnb owners not are the real owners. You can get in trouble with that. If they don't want to help you, they don't want to help you. I was lucky, but make sure that you tell them and ask them like, hey, actually, I'm on a working holiday visa. Can you give me that file later on? And then you're just on a safe side. There's another thing that nobody talks about. It's not gonna be easy if you can speak at least a little bit of Korean. My Korean was horrible, but I tried my best and it got a little bit better. And then the people were really, really nice to me. There are cases where I saw foreigners fighting with the Koreans there. Don't do that, okay? Because they fight it because they said, oh, you're rude. I mean, the Korean woman was just tired of like translating so hard all the time, and she didn't even like try, you know? She expected her to speak English, and that's not fair, guys. You cannot expect that from people. They're really nice if you're nice to them in the first place. So make sure you get an appointment. Make sure you're quiet when you wait there. I was lucky once because I was in trouble. I had to change my address. I just ordered the alien registration card. Like, it was on the way. It was not printed yet. And my address was the old address. And I was like, oh my God, if the policeman comes and controls me, I have to leave Korea. I was super scared. Luckily, I talked to a super nice woman at the consulate, and she told me like, hey, it's no problem. Don't worry. You told us that day. I went there without an appointment. If you're in a trouble situation, if it comes to visa, there's always gonna be a way. Don't wait for it till you get burned. Go there and ask them, because they're actually really nice. Thank you so much for listening and watching this video. And if you have a question, don't be shy, leave a comment. And if you liked the video and it helped you, just give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And I support you, and I wish you only the best for your visa and your whole journey. Bye-bye.